Hello and welcome back to Cooking with Chef Dama. You know, one of the iconic dishes that everybody seems to love is the hamburger. I mean, how can you resist that magical combination of a good juicy patty between two slices of bun? It's absolutely phenomenal. Now, not many of you know this, but in India, we have something very similar. You see, like you have the hamburger patty, America, we Indians have the kebab. Ground beef, spices, cooked together either on a griddle or on a grill. And it is fantastic. I grew up enjoying kebab patties between slices of pão, which is the Indian word for bun. It's something that the Portuguese left behind for us. And it's absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to recreate that. I am going to elevate the hamburger patty to the status of a good kebab patty. And we're going to have it between two bits of sourdough bread. Today, let's make the kebab burger, my friends, and without any further ado, let's cook! When it comes down to making a kebab patty or a burger patty, we all know that it all boils down to the beef. The kind of meat that you use is what's going to make a difference in the end product that you're going to eat. Now, I like making my burgers with sirloin. I just find the flavor of sirloin fantastic, and it just lends phenomenally to the taste of the burger. Next, I'm going to talk about the flavor enhancers. We're going to add in a few ingredients to bring out and take this patty to the next level. So let's get started with making our kebab mixture. And so let's get started with making the patties. We start with unwrapping our beautiful ground sirloin and giving it a good seasoning of salt and freshly ground pepper. Next, let's chop up some green chilies and keep the seeds in if you want it a little spicy. Follow this by peeling and finely chopping about a tablespoon's worth of ginger. Follow this by peeling and finely chopping about 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. Add this to the mixture. Follow this with about a quarter bunch of cilantro. You should be getting about 2 tablespoons worth, and do the same with some mint leaves. Add this to the kebab mixture. The next ingredient I guarantee is going to raise a couple of eyebrows. I'm going to add soaked bread. I'm going to take a couple slices of bread and soak it, crush it up and add it to the meat. And I find that this adds an amazing texture to the patty, which otherwise usually can get a little tough. So we start by tearing up a couple of slices of plain simple Wonder Bread into a bowl and moisten it with a little bit of whole milk. Mix it well, squeeze out all the milk possible, and add the moistened crumbs to the patty mixture. The next thing we do is break a large egg, beat it up, and add this to the kebab mix. And this will be followed by freshly ground garam masala powder. This is what's going to give it that wonderful edge. Mix it all well, taking care not to overmix, as this makes the patty really hard. And that's about it. I'm going to let this mixture sit in the fridge and let all the flavors harmonize and come together. It's an important step in making your kebab patties for your burger. Now let's talk about a few toppings. The kebab patty is so delicious that you're not going to need to add anything to it in terms of toppings. But there's one thing I absolutely love, and that is caramelized onions. It's just fantastic on any burger. And that's what I'm gonna have on my kebab burger today. Making caramelized onions is really simple. We start by peeling and finely slicing some onions. I've used white onions, you could use red onions, they work really well too. And fry them in a cast iron pan with a hit of salt. This kind of expedites the process. Cook till they turn brown, add a little hit of sugar and a little bit of water and allow it to cook till it forms a nice caramelized jam-like consistency. Now, no burger is complete without a good spread. I'm talking the mayonnaise. Now, I'm gonna spice up the mayonnaise a little, Not too much, but just to complement it, I'm going to make a lemon pepper mayonnaise, and it goes fantastic with the kebab burger that I'm going to make. So let's start by finely mincing some garlic. Notice I've added a little hit of salt, and I'm using the blade of my knife to mash it down. This is to help break down the garlic and absorb the oils, makes it really flavorful. Next, using my microplane grater, I take off the rind of one lemon and add it to the bowl. Follow this with store-bought mayonnaise. Now you can use homemade, but I'm in a rush. Store-bought works just fine. A hit of salt, pepper, lots of pepper, and your spread is done. The meat has been sitting in the fridge for an hour. All the flavors have married beautifully. It's time to start rolling out the patties. When rolling out the kebab patties, make sure that the size of the kebab is slightly bigger than the bread. And that's because during the cooking process, you're going to lose moisture and those patties are going to shrink. I also like making a little dent in the center, and this prevents the kebabs from ballooning up when you're cooking. And now on a heated cast iron grill, cook your kebabs. I do it for about 4 minutes aside, but I like mine medium rare. You could always go longer. Cook till the kebabs are completely done through. Now, let's talk bread, the bun that's gonna hold this delicious kebab burger together. I'm gonna use sourdough. I really like the tangy flavor of sourdough, and I think it complements the kebab burger perfectly. You could use any bread you want. I don't particularly care for the store-bought hamburger buns. I find them too soft, and I find that they fall apart in your hand when you're having the burger. A really good alternative though is a ciabatta bun. It's really nice and crusty on the outside, and actually that is closest to pão what I had growing up as a kid. That bun and that pão, it's delicious. A ciabatta bun, if you can't get hold of it, a sourdough is just perfect. Whatever it is, choose the bread that you like, make it your own. We'll start by slicing our sourdough bun into half and toasting it on a warm griddle. I find that toasting the buns intensifies its flavor. Right, and now it's time to put it all together. Can't wait. Hungry. Very hungry. And now for the best part, putting it together. So I spread my lemon pepper mayonnaise on the toasted sourdough bun. Follow that with my kebab. A slice of tomato, the caramelized onion jam. Just look at that. And garnish a few sprigs of cilantro. That is just awesome. On the side, a few chips. Dinner is served, my friends. And there you have it. Delicious, iconic, the kebab burger. It's absolutely delicious. The flavors pair beautifully with the lemon pepper mayonnaise and the wonderful caramelized onion topping. It's absolutely fantastic. The next time you have burgers, you gotta give this recipe a try. My name is Dama. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and pass on this show to your friends. The more subscriptions I have, the easier it is for me to keep this content free on the web. This is Chef Dama signing out. Hope you had a great time today. Wishing one and all happy eating.